I'm very thankful. I can't put it into words how I feel. They're such a lovely group of people and they've done such an excellent job. I'm just thankful.
It is likely Marilyn Duncan has set a record of sorts. 112 days on the intensive care unit, 80 of those on a mechanical ventilator. The times she nearly died, too many.
When I was talking to the consultant who looked after you for this long, long time, he said there were moments when they really thought that you wouldn't survive.
Yeah. Sorry, I don't want to cry. I appreciate that they've kept me going. And I understand that I nearly died on a few occasions. And because I don't remember any of it, it's hard to believe, but it's also hard to accept. So, I'm very thankful.
Marilyn is only 38, but she was vulnerable. She had advanced kidney failure, asthma and diabetes, and is mixed race Black Caribbean. And there is growing evidence that COVID can affect certain ethnicities more than others.
I thought I had a chest infection.
Did you think coronavirus?
No, I didn't.
You didn't?
Because I hadn't been out. I hadn't been near anyone. So it didn't even cross my mind. I'd been to the doctors. They've given me antibiotics and extra steroids, and that's the last I remember.
And what has your husband told you what happened? You know,
Yeah, he said that I wasn't well. I got worse, and he ended up calling the ambulance. And I called my mum that evening and said to her that I was in hospital. And the next day I called her and I said to her that I was COVID positive. And then they called my mum and told her that I was in intensive care.
And you don't remember any of that at all?
No.
A lot of people have talked about the coming round from the coma. What can you remember about that?
I just remember waking up and seeing everyone in their protective gear and thinking, what's going on? Where am I? And that's all I remember, really.
Were you scared?
Yeah, someone came over to me quite quickly and explained, so it put my mind at ease, but yeah, I was scared.
Dr. John Dixon is the intensive care consultant who cared for Marilyn here at St Helier's Hospital in South London for all those days.
Were there points when you thought that she wasn't going to survive?
Unfortunately, yes. She was extremely unwell when she first came into hospital and almost died on her first day in intensive care. She had several subsequent days when we thought she came very close to death. And really, it's just due to the hard work of the whole team that she managed to pull through this.
So when you're looking at 38-year-old Marilyn and you're thinking, this is not going to work.
Yeah, it was incredibly difficult. Emotionally, you're relying on each other's medical knowledge, each other's emotional resources to help get you through this. And sadly, not all of our patients made it, but with patients like Marilyn, sometimes you do rely on a little bit of luck coming the patient's way.
Survival has improved on intensive care units, but when Marilyn was admitted in March, it was just 40%. Her husband Glenn and her daughters Hayley and Holly were at home, not knowing what would happen.
And what was it like when you saw them?
It was lovely. It was heartbreaking because I didn't think that I was ever going to see them again. But I was so happy to see them. It was a bit unreal. The first meeting was very they were fine. They were very strong. I was very surprised at how strong they were, because I was the weak one. And I'm the mum, I should be the strong one.
I think, Marilyn, given what you've been through, you're allowed to be a bit weak.
Yeah.
Marilyn was being moved to the renal unit on the day we met her. She will need dialysis to support her kidneys, and she still needs oxygen at night.
I'm walking, but with a frame, and I need to learn to walk properly, and hopefully I won't be here much longer. But I'll be back to see the staff.
What did you think when you were clapped out?
Oh, God. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. And I wasn't crying because I was upset. They were happy tears.